Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are going to continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 8, Text 17. Are you all able to see the screen okay? It's just
Yes.
being a bit conky over here. Okay. Okay, cool. And does anyone remember what we read last time? The main point? It's just the main
Uh,
point of last time.
Main point is that a devotee who has developed a genuine love for Krishna can always see Krishna and is always protected by the Supreme Lord. Whereas a non-devotee like they or demon cannot see Krishna because they cannot accept the existence of God. For them, they are covered by Yog Maya. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Okay, so we're going to continue reading. We're going to say that who's come out of the pillar now. Okay, Satyam Vidatum Nijapratyabhashitam
सत्यं विधातुं
Vidatu
भाषितम्
Vyaptim cha bhuteshu akileshu chatmanah
व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु च आत्मनः
Adreshyatatyadbhutarupam udvahan
अद्भुतरूपम् उद्वहन्
Stambhe sabhayam namrigam namanusham
स्तम्भे सभायं न मृगं न मानुषम्
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. To prove that the statement of his servant Prahlad Maharaj was substantial, in other words, to prove that the Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad Maharaj, "Where is your Lord? Is he present in this pillar?" Prahlad Maharaj fearlessly replied, "Yes, my Lord is present everywhere." Therefore, to convince Hiranyakashipu that the statement of Prahlad Maharaj was unmistakably true, the Lord appeared from the pillar. So we can see Krishna, he comes to keep the word of his pure devotee. To keep the word of his devotee, he's coming. Does anyone remember any other pastime where to keep the word of the devotee, Krishna did something?
Draupadi,
Draupadi.
Krishna. Yeah,
Well,
Krishna
she
came.
called him. Yeah, she called him. She surrendered to him. She called him for protection. He came. Um, I'm saying that the devotee is saying, just to keep the words of the devotee, Krishna is doing something. Very famous pastime in the Mahabharata. Regarding Bhishma Dev. Rings a bell? No. Well, Bhishma Dev had said, I'm going to make
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
break his. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
sir. Yeah, you can
Yes.
say I couldn't unmute myself. No,
Uh,
no, you can. Yeah,
okay, you
okay.
say. Say.
No, it will be more. It will be more nice from you. You can say, please. Sorry.
No, no. Well, Krishna, because Bhishma Dev said, I am going to make Krishna break his promise. I'm going to make him break his promise. What do? We say, no, why should I let that person's words come true? But Krishna is, yes, my devotee has said that. I want to make his words come true. And to make Bhishma's words come true, he picked up the chariot wheel, coming as if to attack Bhishma. So we can see how Krishna is to keep the word of his devotee. He does so many things. Really reciprocation. This is really reciprocation from Krishna. Here also, to keep Prahlad Maharaj's words, he's coming from the pillar. The Lord appeared as half lion and half man, so that Hiranyakashipu could not understand whether the great giant was a lion or a human being. To substantiate Prahlad's statement, the Lord proved that his devotee, as declared in Bhagavad Gita, is never vanquished. Kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhakta pranashyate. Prahlad Maharaj's demoniac father had repeatedly threatened to kill Prahlad, but Prahlad was confident that he could not be killed since he was protected by the Supreme Lord. By appearing from the pillar, the Lord encouraged his devotee, saying in effect, "Don't worry, I am present here." By manifesting his form as Nṛsiṁhadeva, the Lord also preserved the truth of Lord Brahma's promise. What is Lord Brahma's promise?
The boon, right? Lord Brahma gave
Yeah. What was it?
to Hiranyakashipu that no human can kill me. He asked that no human can kill me, no animal can kill me. I cannot be killed during the day. I cannot be killed during the night. I cannot be killed inside of the house, outside of the house. I cannot be killed by any weapon. I cannot be killed in the sky, not on the ground, and not any species that you have created, Lord Brahma, can kill me.
Yeah.
And not in the day, not in the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not any weapon also. That's why he used the nails. And no
Yeah.
place, like not even the sky, not the ground, not inside of the house, not outside of the house.
It
So
was like pretty
he tried,
foolproof, right?
yeah, he tried his best. Yeah.
See, very intelligent also, thinking so many things. So yeah, he was to prove to the truth of Lord Brahma's promise that Hiranyakashipu was not to be killed by any animal or any man. The Lord appeared in a form that could not be said to be fully a man or a lion. Okay. Sasatvam enam parito vipashyan
Satsatvam
Satsamanevam parito vipashyayan
stambhasya madhyad anunirhiji anunirjihanam
Stambhasya madhya
madhyat anunirvihanam
nayam mrigonapi naro vichitram
nayam mrigona papinaro vichitram
aho kim etan rimrikendra rupam.
aho
maho
kim etan nirmukendra rupam.
Okay, while Hiranyakashipu looked all around to find the source of the sound, that wonderful form of the Lord, which could not be ascertained to be either a man or a lion, emerged from the pillar. In amazement, Hiranyakashipu wondered, what is this creature that is half man and half lion? A demon cannot calculate the unlimited potency of the Supreme Lord. As stated in the Vedas, Parasya Shaktir Vivideva Shruyate Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriya Cha. The different potencies of the Lord are always working as an automatic exhibition of his knowledge. For a demon, it is certainly wonderful that the form of a lion and the form of a man can be united, since a demon has no experience of the inconceivable power for which the Supreme Lord is called all powerful. Yeah, because, sometimes Someone may not be able to understand that how this can happen, how God can do like this. But we have to understand God, He has unlimited potencies, inconceivable. He can do things that we cannot even imagine. Like, could we have ever imagined, if we had not heard of Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva, could we have imagined could be a being half man, half lion? We can't understand this. But Krishna, he can do anything. Demons cannot understand the omnipotence of the Lord. They simply compare the Lord to one of them. Avajananti mam muda manushim tanum ashritam. Mudas, rascals, think that Krishna is an ordinary human being who appears for the benefit of other human beings. Parambhavam ajananta, fools, rascals, and demons cannot realize the supreme potency of the Lord. But he can do anything and everything. Indeed, he can do whatever he likes. So Krishna can do whatever he likes. He decided, I'm going to come as man and lion. I'm going to keep Brahma's word in this way. I'm going to keep Prahlad Maharaj's word saying that I'm also in the pillar. So Krishna can do anything he wants, and he chooses to protect his devotee. He chooses to keep the word of his devotee. When Hiranyakashipu received benedictions from Lord Brahma, he thought that he was safe, since he received the benediction that he would not be killed either by an animal or a human being. He never thought that an animal and human being would be combined so that demons like him would be puzzled by such a form. This is the meaning of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's omnipotence. So which are of any pastime or any instance you all remember where Krishna, it's inconceivable what Krishna is doing. Like, to our ordinary mind, it may seem like, oh my God, is that even possible?
How Krishna showed his Virat roop
Virat
to
Roop.
Arjuna.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Right.
How
Hare
Oh,
Krishna.
Krishna provided the sari to Draupadi,
Sari. Yeah.
the Kuru Sabha. Nobody
Yeah.
could have imagined that, and what it was happening. Even the one who was pulling Duryodhan's brother,
Dushasan.
Vachan, and he
Dushasan.
was amazed. He got tired, and he said, "What is this? I'm just pulling and pulling and pulling, and there was a bundle whole, and oh my God, nobody could believe it. It was
Yeah.
so much."
Yeah. Virat Roop becoming the unending sari, providing unending sari. Yeah, and inconceivable.
Yashoda, she saw the universe in his mouth.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, imagine you tell your child, open your mouth, and then you see the whole universe there. Oh my God. Yeah, inconceivable. That is Krishna. Inconceivable. Auntie Rashmi, anything?
Hello, Hare
Ah,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. तो कोई अद्भुत
Carried the mountain in his little
carried the
finger.
mountain. Yeah, 7-year-old boy lifting the mountain 7 days, 7
Yeah.
nights. Yeah, amazing. It's true.
Killing all the asuras.
Mm.
That was also like magical. Nobody could have imagined that he was so small, and how could he do that?
Yeah, yeah,
and
true.
how he expanded himself, right? Also, Krishna into cows and gopas
Oh,
when
yeah,
Brahma had kidnapped
that's
that.
right. Yeah, that's right. He expanded into so many cows and the calves and cowherd boys. So many calves and cowherd boys. Yeah, it's unimaginable how Krishna does these things. Thank you so much. Okay. Mimam samanasya samuthito krato.
Mimam samaya
Samanyasya samudito
to
Nishim marupastadalam bhayanakam.
Nṛsiṁhadevastat alam bhayanakam.
Prataptachame karachandalochanam.
Prataptachami
Tachami karachan
karachandalokchanam.
Swarat shatake sharajrim vitananam.
Spurat
Pratake
satake sharajrim
vibret ananam.
Karaladamstram karavala chanchala.
Karatam stam sarval chanchala.
Shuranta jivam prakutimukholbanam.
Shurant jeevam prukruti mukha albaram.
Stabdordvakaranam girikandaratpata.
Stamdurdukarnam
Sapurvanam
girichandar adbhuta.
Vyatasya nasam hanubheda bheshanam.
Vyata yenasam
Vyatasyanasam
hanubhishanam.
anubhedabhishanam
Divi sprishat kayam adirgapivara.
Divi
Divi
prashatkaya
Prashatkaya
madhirgapivara.
Grivoruvaksha sthalam alpamadhyamam.
Grivuru
Grivurvakshastalam
vakshathalam alpa madhyamam.
Chandram Shugaureschuritam Tanuruher.
Chandram
Chandram
gaur
Shukore
tanuruhe.
Tanuruhe
Vishvabhujani Kashatam Nakhayutam.
Vishva
Vishwa
pujani
Pujani
shatam
Kashatam
ayudham.
Nahayutam
Durasadam Sarvaniche Nichetarayudha.
Durasadam
Durasadam
sarvanijitar ayudham.
Praveka Vidra Vitadaitya Danavam.
Praveka Vidravita
Ekvidravitidetya danavam.
Hiranyakashipu studied the form of the Lord, trying to decide who the form of Nṛsiṁhadeva standing before him was. The Lord's form was extremely fearsome because of his angry eyes, which resembled molten coal, his shining mane, which expanded the dimensions of his fearful face, his deadly teeth, and his razor-sharp tongue, which moved about like a dueling sword. His ears were erect and motionless, and his nostrils and gaping mouth appeared like caves of a mountain. His jaws parted fearfully, and his entire body touched the sky. His neck was very short and thick, his chest broad, his waist thin, and the hairs on his body as white as the rays of the moon. His arms, which resembled flanks of soldiers, spread in all directions as he killed the demons, rogues, and atheists with his conch shell, disc, club, lotus, and other natural weapons. So Hiranyakashipu is studying the Lord's form. And he's trying to understand, he's trying to analyze now what is this that I'm seeing in front of me, and what is it that he's seeing? Why is it appearing fearsome? Why is he appearing fearsome?
to scare
Because he's a
Nṛsiṁhadeva.
demon,
Yeah,
and a
I'm
demon
saying,
will be
yeah, no, I'm
scared.
saying the features. What was the Lord's features, which was
Oh.
Yeah,
Mysticism, yeah.
Anger in his eyes.
yeah. Anger in his eyes.
And
His eyes are
he's tall.
resembling. Yeah,
And so tall, touching the sky. Wow.
that's what. He's touching the sky. Imagine if
Mhm.
Lord Nṛsiṁhadev actually came and stood up in front of us. He's touching the
Hmm.
sky, so he's really huge, eh?
Yeah.
And then
Great.
And
he
his
has,
his
huh?
mane.
His mane, yeah. And he has
Like
sharp
very
tongue,
good.
yeah. And his
And
teeth,
yeah, feet
yeah. Yeah, that's
really
right. His teeth.
like
And his
like death.
mouth, yeah,
Tongue.
yeah. And his mouth is appearing like a cave of a mountain. That means if you enter it, you'll feel like, oh my God, where did I enter? Like a cave.
Hmm. And his ears.
Ears, erect and motionless.
It's
What about
very
his
fearsome.
very
Huh?
fearsome? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. And he has this arms. He has many arms, huh? Look, here we are hearing his arms. He's holding conch, shell, disc, club, lotus, and other natural weapons. So he's coming with many arms.
Hmm. Even he's
So
holding the kamal. That is the best part, no?
Kamal, yeah, lotus also he's holding, conch shell also.
Conch. Yeah.
Hmm.
Huh?
Conch.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So, yeah.
conch shell, yeah. And he has other weapons also that he's holding.
Hmm.
So it's really like ginormous, his form. But devotees should not get scared of Lord Nṛsiṁhadev. Lord Nṛsiṁhadev protects the devotees. Can pray to Lord Nṛsiṁhadev, please protect me. Like Prahlad Maharaj is there. So Lord Nṛsiṁhadev protects the devotees. He protects our devotional service. That's why devotees every day sing to Lord Nṛsiṁha. So for him to protect the devotional service that one has performed.
When we are reading this, Hare Krishna, I can remember the Mayapur. That picture is coming in mind. Nṛsiṁhadeva picture in the Mayapur, like how we take darshan every day. How you.
Yeah. Ugra Nṛsiṁha, his form, that one is like he's just about to spring, just
Yeah.
about to, yeah.
And he's also mentioning, and here also we are talking about the Ugra Narsim only, right? Because he's also very fierce, and
Mm,
how his nails are like, very sharp. How we can see even the Mayapur Narasimha Devji's nails, hands, they are very sharp, the teeth and the
yeah,
eyes. We can see that, right?
yeah,
So it's just like, I'm just imagining that form, that how beautiful it is. It is not scary, it is beautiful. But
yeah,
yeah, at times, if you don't know, then it's scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if at all any of you meet Lord Nṛsiṁhadev, you
Hmm.
can pray to him. There are pastimes. If you
Yeah, yeah.
if you read the book that Pankaj Angiri Prabhu wrote,
Mhm.
that Lord Nṛsiṁhadev, he reciprocates with so many
Yes,
devotees. So if you'll
yes.
at all, if you'll encounter him, then can seek his protection.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Going on. Rayena meyam harinorur ani harinorumayana.
Right.
Rajina Meha Ayana.
Marina.
Vada smritonena samudyatena kim.
Vadasritohina samudyatina kim.
Evam bruvamsva abhyapatat kada yudo.
Evam bhuvamstav abhayapatat gadayudo.
Nadan nishimham pratidaitia kunjaraha.
Nadan
Nृसिंहं
pratidaiya
प्रतिदहत्य कुञ्जरः.
kunjaraha.
Hiranyakashipu murmured to himself, Lord Vishnu, who possesses great mystic power, has made this plan to kill me. But what is the use of such an attempt? Who can fight with me? Thinking like this and taking up his club, Hiranyakashipu attacked the Lord like an elephant. He's still thinking he can fight him. Huh? Please don't fight with Lord Nishinga when you'll meet him. And rather seek his protection. In the jungle, there are sometimes fights between lions and elephants. Here, the Lord appeared like a lion, and Hiranyakashipu, unafraid of the Lord, attacked him like an elephant. Generally, the elephant is defeated by the lion, and therefore the comparison in this verse is appropriate. So it seems elephant and lion are always fighting, and then the lion wins. Alakshitogna patita patangamo.
Alakshitogna patito patangamo.
Yatha nishimho jasiso surastada.
यथा
Yata nishimho
नृसिंहं
jasiso asurastadha.
प्रतिदहति
Natat vichitram khalu sat vadhamani.
न
Natad vichitram
विचित्रं
khalu
खलु
sarvadhamani.
सर्वधामनि.
Swate jasayo nupura pibattamaha.
स्वतेजसा यो
Swatejasayo
नुपुरा पिबतमः.
Tamaha.
Just as a small insect falls forcefully into a fire and the insignificant creature becomes invisible, when Hiranyakashipu attacked the Lord, who was full of effulgence, Hiranyakashipu became invisible. This is not at all astonishing, for the Lord is always situated in pure goodness. Formerly, during creation, he entered the dark universe and illuminated it by his spiritual effulgence. So the Lord is situated transcendently in pure goodness. The material world is generally controlled by tamogun, the quality of ignorance, but the spiritual world, because of the presence of the Lord and his effulgence, is free from all contamination by darkness, passion, or contaminated goodness. Some people think that God's body is in the mode of material goodness, but no, God is never affected by the material modes of nature. He's always in sattva, in Shuddha sattva, transcendental goodness, pure goodness. So although there is a tinge of goodness in this material world, in terms of the Brahminical qualifications, such qualifications sometimes become invisible because of the strong prevalence of the modes of passion and ignorance. It's true, right? We are sometimes in goodness, then passion will come, then ignorance will come. But Krishna never affected by these modes. But because the Lord is always transcendently situated, the material modes of passion and ignorance cannot touch him. Whenever the Lord is present, there cannot be any darkness from the mode of ignorance. It is stated in Caitaniya Caritamita Madhya 22:31, Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Haya Andakar, Yaha Krishna Taha Nahi Mayara Adhikar. Godhead is light, nescience is darkness. Where there is Godhead, there is no nescience. Just like the sun comes up. The sun comes up, it's immediately bright, can see everything. No more dark. Like we enter a dark room. As soon as we switch on the light, the darkness is gone. That's how Krishna is like the sun. Wherever there's Krishna, there's no Maya. So keeping Krishna in the center. When we keep Krishna in the center, that is our true position. So this material world is full of darkness and ignorance of spiritual life, but by Bhakti Yoga, this ignorance is dissipated. The Lord appeared because of the Bhakti Yoga exhibited by Prahlad Maharaj. And as soon as the Lord appeared, the influence of Hiranyakashipu's passion and ignorance was vanquished as the Lord's quality of pure goodness or the Brahman effulgence becomes prominent. Okay, Auntie Rashmi, I'm going to mute you. Okay, because there's some disturbance coming. Sorry about that. So in that prominent effulgence, Hiranyakashipu became invisible or his influence became insignificant. An example illustrating how the darkness of the material world is vanquished is given in the Shastra. When Brahma was created from the lotus stem, growing from the abdomen of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Lord Brahma saw everything to be dark. But when he received knowledge from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything became clear, as everything becomes clear when one comes from night to sunshine. So Prabhupada is giving this example. When Brahma was created, it was completely dark, because the sun was not yet created at that time. So where will the light come from? It was completely dark. He didn't know what to do. He's the only living creature, only created being. And then he is ordered to engage in penance. That's what he does. And then he got the knowledge. Then when he got the knowledge, then he understood what he has to do. So knowledge is also like the sun. When the sun, when it's dark, we can't see ourselves. We can't see anything around us. As soon as we switch on the light, we can see ourselves. We can see everything else in the room. So that's how Krishna is. That's how knowledge of Krishna is. Knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is like that. Knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam is like that. That everything becomes clear then. The ignorance goes away. The important point is that as long as we are in the material modes of nature, we are always in darkness. This darkness cannot be dissipated without the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is invoked by the practice of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga creates a transcendental situation with no tinges of material contamination. Any comments? I said, okay.
A
It's
good
okay
friend.
I'm sorry?
A good friend.
A good friend?
Yeah, he's coming as a good friend for Prahlad Maharaj.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, certainly. Okay.
So it's same like how that cold and heat also, right?
What is that? I'm sorry.
The cold covers the heat.
The cold covers the
Uh,
heat.
I remember one of the stories. I don't really remember the whole story. It was Lord Shiv and Lord Krishna, the heat and the cold.
The
Yeah.
Shiva Jwara and the
Yes.
yeah. Shiva Jwara was the cold one. I can't remember who was who, but of course, Lord Krishna's weapon wins. Yeah. So wherever there's light, there can't be darkness anymore. Yeah.
So that means ignorance is darkness and
Yeah.
light, sunshine, light is knowledge.
Knowledge, devotional service.
Right.
Devotional service. Yeah. Because Krishna is like the sun. So wherever there's Krishna, so wherever there is bhakti, devotional service, that's where Krishna is.
Yeah.
So that is bright as sunshine, and then everything becomes clear. So we can see the more we surrender to Krishna, the more our ignorance goes away. The closer we come to Krishna, to that degree our darkness goes away, our ignorance goes away. To that degree we get more and more knowledge.
Yeah, and also it says, right, when you surrender to Krishna, you go closer. He gives you the intelligence also,
Oh yeah.
right? Krishna gives you the
Yeah. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the intelligence by which they can come to me. Krishna says that. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajata priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Okay.
How you remember all this, all the
This I
verses?
had to study for the Bhakti Shastri.
No, but it's
But I keep
amazing.
forgetting also. I've forgotten most of the verses I had to study, honestly speaking, for the Bhakti Shastri. But there was before the Bhakti Shastri also, I was trying to
Studying,
memorize
trying
some.
to memorize. Yeah.
I was memorizing, and then when
I
you
memorize and
memorize,
after some time I forget. That's
me
why
too.
it's a
Me
belief.
too. Guru Maharaj says, but the thing is, we have to keep repeating it. Then we will remember.
Yeah.
So you know
Yeah.
what? Whatever you memorize, you tell us. Every few days, you tell us that verse. Then you will remember. Then you will remember it because you'll repeat it, right? Try to
Yeah.
speak about that verse. Then when you memorize, you try to speak about it. Then it will remain in your memory. Yeah. Tato bipadya bhayahanan mahasuro
Tato
Rusha Nṛsiṁham Gadayo Ruvegaya.
Rusha Gaya
Tam Vikramantam Sagadam Gadadharo
Tam Vikramantam Sagadam Gadadhar
Mahoragam Tarkshya Suto Yatha Grahit.
Mahorakam
Thereafter, the great demon Hiranyakashipu, who was extremely angry, swiftly attacked Nṛsiṁhadeva with his club and began to beat him. Lord Nṛsiṁhadeva, however, captured the great demon along with his club, just as Garuda might capture a great snake. So with this, we'll end today's reading and we'll continue tomorrow. Now, Hiranyakashipu has been caught when Lord Nṛsiṁha, as Garuda catches a snake. He's caught him in his claws like that. Then Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nṛsiṁha Bhagavan ki jai. Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol, Hari